So a bit of a more controversial creator had an interesting title that I thought I would like to check out. It's Birdman, meet the new face of Twitch. Let's see what he has to say. The thumbnail was interesting, so.
Alright, what's going on, guys? We had some groundbreaking news from Twitch today. I didn't even know they had this program or whatever it is. I don't ever remember hearing about it. Maybe we have a long time ago or something, but I guess Twitch has some sort of ambassador program where they select certain streamers to represent them. Obviously, we all know what an ambassador is. But in regards to Twitch, I don't know who else is a part of it. You know, people like Pokimane, I'm guessing, Hassan. But they welcomed in a new ambassador today. Some of you may recognize her. I actually did not know who she was until I seen people freaking out in the comments and the quotes. But I have done my research on her now, right before I started making this video. You know, I always want to make sure I'm as educated as possible on a topic before I make a video. So I spent a little bit looking around at her history, some of her previous work. But yeah, let me go ahead and introduce you to Twitch's newest ambassador.
Hi, my name is Kaho Shibuya. My Twitch handle is at Shibuya_Kaho. And I have been streaming since 2020.
Okay, I'm not going to play the whole clip because it's like 2 minutes long. If you really care that much, it's on Twitter. I even quoted it. It's very easy to find. But I think I've shown enough for you to kind of get the picture here. So some of you may find her a bit familiar. Apparently, she is a pretty well-known Japanese, let's call it movie star. You know what I mean? A very specific type of films that she starred in, right?
So, are you telling me that Twitch just hired an ambassador who is a adult movie actress? I mean, personally, I just hope she does a good job. I mean, it doesn't look the best, but it's kind of funny to me. I don't see anything wrong with it just yet.
I did some research, so apparently she participated in these films from 2014 to 2018.
So she quit. Wait, did she quit her adult filmmaking career to pursue streaming?
She is now retired from that profession and she has moved on to streaming on Twitch. You know what? That
could be an easy transition because she probably gained an audience through her adult filmmaking. And through that audience, the people recognized her and she kept making content and she was chill about it. And I guess she amassed an audience through that. I mean, honestly, I'd say that's a good thing.
I've never really been a fan of the Japanese version of these films because they blur it. I don't like that. You're kind of ruining it for me. Like, that's what I'm there for. Like, I gotta see the meat. Well, shit, I mean,
Stop.
That sounds kind of crazy to say it like that, but like, you get
Stop.
You get what I'm saying, right? Like, I need to see what's going on. So I've never really understood why people enjoyed that very specific type, you know what I mean? Because, like, you're watching, but you can barely even see what the hell is.
I bet you 100% it's because it's an Asian fetish. There's a lot of fetishization going on with Asians.
Like, what's the point? I don't know. Anyways, let's not get sidetracked on that. Here's her little announcement tweet. I thought it was kind of funny. I'm not going to read it out, but she refers to herself as a die-hard introvert. I'm going to be honest, I don't think you get to claim introvert when we literally seen you swallowing dozens of meat on cam. It feels a little bit contradictory. It feels more like, you know, when these girls try to be like relatable to the nerds or whatever, they're like, oh, let me just say I'm an introvert, and then, you know, all the little nerds will see that and they'll like me. They'll be like, oh yeah, she's an introvert just like me. Oh, she likes video games. Oh, she likes anime. Oh, she's so shy and quirky. Oh my god, maybe she's gonna go out with me one day. Like, brother, I've seen her asshole, okay? She's not shy. Actually,
I mean, she could probably still be shy. It's just sometimes the money is a nice shield away from shyness. You know?
You know what? I can't even say that. I haven't seen it because they blurred that shit out. But yeah,
Shut
anyways,
up.
I just thought that was a funny little statement that she included in her announcement. Now, the bottom line here is, I don't think it's like so crazy that she's a streamer, right? There's plenty of streamers that have this same type of history. Sasha Grey streams a lot now, but she's like an OG.
I don't know who that
I think
is.
she would.
An OG? I don't know. Should I Google who Sasha Grey?
How to say, I'm gonna destroy that hole.
This isn't gonna show anything crazy, right? Sasha Grey? Actress, model, writer, musician, and former film actress, adult film actress. She won 15 awards for her her acting in adult films. There's awards for that? Awards, here we go. Best three-way best three-way scene. Best group scene. Best group scene. I didn't realize there were awards. There's awards for these? There being awards for it is actually insane.
New York City, just hanging out.
Time, I'm pretty sure, but you know, she like a OG. There's probably people that like discover her today and they don't even know anything about her. They might think she's just like
He's talking about me. I didn't know anything about her.
like a regular like e-girl streamer playing games or whatever. They have no clue about what went down 10 years ago. Maybe 20 years ago. I don't even know. A long time ago. But you know, there's like a handful. I know like Adriana Chechik. Remember she like broke her back or whatever the fuck happened at
Birdman. Brother, how do we remember these names?
TwitchCon. I know she streams. So I guess not like the craziest thing that they stream or anything. I mean, it actually makes...
Well, if they're streaming, maybe he just knows them because it's his competition. I mean, his channel does speak a lot about, I guess, you know, due to the nature of his... Maybe he knows them because it's his job too.
A lot of sense, right? Like they already have like a pretty strong built-in fan base, you know, from their previous work. So I think it's pretty easy to carry that over to streaming. Like that's definitely a very strong...
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. The transition from adult filmmaking to streaming would have to be pretty seamless, in my opinion. If you can do content well, which you would have that past experience with adult filmmaking, you would just be transitioning into a different type of content. That's really it. Because you're already familiar with being an actor or actress. Even though it's a different type, you're still familiar with it. So you've got the fan base, you've got the familiarity with content making already. So it just, I feel like the transition would be a lot easier. Just due to how similar the role. I mean, I'm displaying myself on camera for you. This is like a comedy adult film, you know, or YouTube adult film, entertainment adult film, whatever. I don't know.
Passionate fan base that would love to speak to you and see more of you. You know what I mean? Like that might be one of the strongest fan bases. A little bit too strong. You know what I mean? You're definitely gonna get some freaks coming over and being weird and shit. That's how you get the stalkers and shit. But you know, it's a trade-off because you know you're also gonna get the freaks that are gonna be sending hella money thinking they got a chance with you or whatever. So you know, I guess it's kind of a trade-off. But anyways, I do think it's kind of crazy they made her an ambassador, right? Like, hey, you're one of the faces of our platform, because they've been trying to move away from that whole like, you know, hot tub girls and the ASMR girls and all those type of girls. If you go look on Twitch these days, they're not...
Well, a lot of the messaging can get really boggled. You're trying to move away from adult films, right? But you want to give everybody a chance, no matter what their past is, as long as they're a good person, right? Generally good person. Sometimes companies have to think about if she doesn't do adult film anymore and they saw that she was qualified for the role. I don't know if she is or not. I don't know if I've never heard of the girl, right? Of the woman. If she actually does her job well, then I don't see a problem with it. It doesn't look good because they're trying to move away from hot tub booba streamers, right? Like, you know, the more suggestive streamers on Twitch. But if she's not really doing that anymore and she's pursuing an earnest career in streaming and content creation, then they would have to hire her if you look at it from a perspective of like a person with a criminal record, right? So if they have a criminal record and they've changed their ways and they're trying to get hired again, you know, it's just potential like, you did adult films, get out of here, we don't even want to see you. Like that sounds really bad. You would have to see how she works before making any assumptions, really.
Not really on there anymore. Like I think it's still like a little bit, but like I don't know where all like the big streamers for that went. Did they just like quit doing that, or they're all on Kick? Because I know it's still wild on Kick. It's like absurd on Kick, but on Twitch they kind of stopped doing that. Like it's not too crazy. I mean, disclaimer, I've never watched any of her actual
I don't know why they would stop doing that. Maybe Twitch started pushing out their a new policy, or maybe they started enforcing their guidelines a bit more, or maybe Twitch isn't as lucrative anymore either. I mean, most of the time people are using VPNs, and ads on Twitch are insane. If you can get a less restrictive platform for more money, then it makes so much sense that you would switch from Twitch to Kick, especially since you have your audience that is dedicated. So maybe the transition would be pretty easy. At least that's what my thinking is. That's what I would think without knowing a single thing about this whole situation. This is what my internal logic would say based off of what I know. Just to preface this, I'm just thinking about it loosely and imagining what could be the case. I'm theorizing.
Streams, but she did include a few clips in her little Twitter announcement video, and from what I could tell from these clips, I mean, she is playing games, but I wouldn't say the gameplay is the main focus of the stream. I noticed that she seems to have some sort of issue with her clothing, where every shirt that she owns has a giant hole in the front. I don't know what happened to all of these shirts. I mean, my clothing doesn't seem to have that problem, but you know, for some reason, I don't know, she keeps having issues with her shirts. But yeah, I don't know if y'all remember. I don't remember if I made a video on this.
He's being silly here. He's being silly here. If it works, just do it. Honestly, like, just do it. But like I said, if she's a good ambassador, then I wouldn't see any issue. Even if she was like a robust chest streamer, you know, like a booba streamer, right? I'm not trying to get the video flagged here, right?
Or I just talked about it on Twitter and on stream or whatever, but maybe like a year ago, actually maybe longer than that. I think this was during MW3, so maybe like a year and a half ago.
MW3, wow. A lot of people say MW2 is their favorite era of Call of Duty. The problem is that I didn't grow up with MW2. I grew up with MW3. And I think I was a little too young to experience MW2 and for its full beauty. But MW3 was so much. I miss MW3 and Black Ops 2.
Maybe almost 2 years ago or something. I got banned on Twitch, one of my many bans. I don't know how many times I've been banned now, like 4 times. It's always for something stupid, I swear. But I was streaming rank play, and I was putting like random e-girls streams in my corner and like pretending that they were playing and that was my face cam or whatever. And we were trying to like bait people because it was like late at night. It was probably like 4 o'clock at night or whatever. I was about to get off, but we were like, let's see if we could like bait anyone. So I wouldn't talk for a couple minutes and see if we could like bait someone into the stream who thinks that was like the girl playing or whatever. But
that's crazy.
I remember
that's
they
crazy.
banned me for that stream. I don't remember for how long. If it was, I think it was like a 3-day ban. Like it wasn't like a big deal or nothing. But they did.
Yeah, of
ban
course
me
you would
for
get
doing
banned for that.
For sexual
Of course you
content
would.
or whatever they want to call it, right? But from what
Wait, you got banned for sexual content? I thought it was just for impersonating another streamer. Wait, that's kind of fucked up. If it's for getting banned for sexual content, how the hell does that make any sense? Because he's putting up another streamer's face cam on it over his gameplay. Like, that would be a copyright, not explicit content. And what does that say about the original streamer if it's explicit content? What is this backwards logic?
I can tell from looking at her clips, and I went to her channel and I looked at a couple of her clips and past broadcasts or whatever. I would say what I was doing in that stream and just a normal Wednesday for this girl, you know, like just like basically every stream that she does, not too far off from what I was doing in that stream, and they banned me for that. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty much the same shit, honestly. And they just made her the face of fucking Twitch. So I'm just getting mixed signals on that one, you know, maybe a little clarification would be good. You know, I mean, you do have to factor in that I'm a male, so that means in the eyes of Twitch, I'm automatically scum. You know what I mean? Actually, we'll do a little exercise together, right? Okay, so if you happen to have shoes on right now, I want you to take your shoes off. If you don't have shoes, I want you to, you know, go to the closet and grab a pair of shoes, right? You just need one shoe, actually, okay? Once you have your shoe, I want you to flip it over, okay? I want you to look at the bottom of your shoe, right? I don't know how clean or dirty your shoes may be, but I'm sure somewhere on your shoe, there's a little bit of, a little speck of dirt on your shoe, right? You see that little speck of dirt?
Yeah, that's what Twitch thinks we are. Yes, I know where this is going.
What Twitch thinks of me as...
Okay, yeah. I thought so. Yeah.
the male on their platform, okay? And actually, most of you too, probably. I mean, I'm assuming probably like 98, 99% of the people watching this video are also male, so that is what Twitch thinks of us.
You can see that in your probably like 90%, maybe more.
Okay, but honestly, that might be the only difference that I can come up with between me and this girl. And you know, we seen the results. I will never forget when the CEO, I forgot his name, you know what I'm talking about, the old guy, he was doing that promo for the new feature on Twitch with the stories or whatever, and he showed his phone off, and it was his account, he was signed in, and literally he only followed hot tub girls, like it was like 10 of them. I can't believe they like willingly posted. They didn't like redo it and like, hey dude, this is like weird. Like maybe we should mix it up a little bit. You know, I can't believe they just
Mix
like,
it
nah,
up
fuck
a
it,
little
just
bit.
post it, whatever. At the end of the day, I guess it's still better than the last ambassador that we. What exactly was the last one? I don't even know what her official. Wait, was it a her or a him or a they? I don't know. You remember the
I think you
deer
should know
girl?
that.
Was it? I don't want to be rude. Maybe it wasn't a girl. It was the deer person or whatever that thing was. That was the previous like head of safety. I think they got fired. I don't think they still hold that position anymore. But that was like the last announcement.
He averages 500 views per stream. Interesting. Why is Twitch publicizing a literal human public toilet? What the hell? Does that mean she got a golden shower?
I remember from them. That was a couple years ago when they announced that, you know, new employee or whatever. But this woman is an upgrade from that, at least. So I mean, that's cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, man. Y'all let me know your thoughts. Were y'all familiar with this?
Okay, so I'm just gonna actually let me just play the
This
end.
woman's work already. I really wasn't, honestly. Like I can't do that censorship, you know what I mean? I gotta see what's going on. So I had no clue who this lady was. I would have never known unless I seen the, you know, the comments. I mean, you can kind of guess when you see her, I guess. But I would just think she was like a regular like e-girl, you know what I mean, or whatever. You know, they got a lot of those that are very similar to her. I didn't know she had such a extensive history. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it for the video, man. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section down
Wait, what is? That's a crazy ending.
below.
What is that?
Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you
Did somebody get 25 kills in a row? Is that the new like nuke kill streak or what?
you enjoyed. Subscribe if you aren't already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Check out my last video if you missed it. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.
All right, so yeah, that was Birdman's video of Meet the New Face of Twitch. Give it a like if you would like to do that, see his video, give him some watch time or whatever. Personally, I don't feel like it's a big deal. He's making new content, she's trying to be a streamer, and of course, she's always got those out, right? But that's what brings in the bacon. You're gonna do it, because it's gonna bring more attention. If it's an advantage, you're gonna use that. She feels comfortable enough to use that advantage. So I'm not gonna fault her for doing that. I'm really not. Regardless, I've looked at an article detailing she's done voice actressing for anime, video games, and stuff like that. She's done work in the entertainment industry for Japan beyond adult filmmaking. So I think she's earnestly trying to pursue a new career and trying to make something of herself beyond adult film. It's a funny thing. It's ridiculous. I know. If they've changed, remember, it's like somebody's criminal record. They don't do it anymore. It's a past they've had, but it's measuring the person for what they are in the present. All right, that was it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe or comment, whatever you may like or wish to do, and I'll see you next time.